Welcome friends. In this video we shall learn why do birds or squirrels not get electric shock when sitting on a high voltage power line, and what are the conditions in which they do get electrocuted, and if humans were to sit on a live electric wire just like a bird, would they get electrocuted or not? But before we proceed ahead, friends, please subscribe our channel and share and like all our videos. We shall start by stating two basic electricity concepts. The first concept is that the current is nothing but the flow of charged particles. These particles could be electrons, protons or any other charged particles. And the direction of the current is same as the direction of flow of the positive charge. The second concept is that just like water flows from higher potential energy to lower potential energy, the electric current also flows from a higher electric potential to a lower electric potential. If we see a battery diagram, in this case, the positive terminal of the battery is at a higher potential and the current flows from it to reach to the negative terminal, which is at a lower potential. So we can say that the current or electric charge will move from a higher electric potential to a lower potential. This has implications. It means that the current needs a closed loop to flow. If there is any obstruction, let's say a resistance or infinite resistance between in the path, then the current flow will stop. And now let's see why do birds not get electric shock when they are sitting on live power lines. What happens is that every part of the body of the bird, be it feet or a beak or any part of the body, let's say feather, they all come to the same potential as that of the electric wire. And since they are all at the same electric potential, there is zero electric potential difference. That is, every part of the body of the bird is at the same potential and there is no potential difference. That is, there is no high potential point and there is no low potential point. What it means is that since there is no high or low, the current has no reason to flow across the body of the bird. We measure the electric potential in the unit of volt, and normally the transmission lines have 400 to 800 kilovolt of the potential in them. So if a bird comes and sits on them, the entire body of the bird will come at, let's say, 800 kilovolt potential, and there will be no point which will have a different potential than this. And since there is no potential difference, the current will not flow across the body of the bird. Now let's consider a condition in which we take a wire and connect the body of the bird with the earth. That is, we ground the body of the bird. What will happen in that case is that the electric potential of the earth, which is always zero, will become or the body of the bird will get the same potential as that of earth. So one part of the body will be at the zero potential and the other part of the body, let's say, which is touching the wire, will be at a higher potential of, let's say, 800 kilovolt. So now there are two different body parts of the bird. One is at the higher electric potential of, let's say, 800 kilovolt and the other is at the zero electric potential. So the current has one side at higher, the other side at lower, so it will flow from higher to lower, that is across the body of the bird, and in that case there will be an electric shock given to the bird. Hence we can say that the birds can get electrocuted if they are touched with the earth. Another question that is asked is that if any human or any other animal were to sit on the electric wires just like the birds do, that is without touching the ground, will they get electrocuted or not? The answer is no. Just like the birds, no human or no other animal will get electric shock because the same situation happens, that is, entire body of the animal, it comes at the same potential as that of the electric wire, and hence there is no potential difference, there is no high potential point or low potential point, and hence the current does not flow across the body of the human or the animal. Similarly, you might have seen that to repair these high power electric lines, the repair people come in helicopters. They keep floating in the air because the helicopter stays in the air without touching the earth or any other wire or thing which is at a different potential. So in that case they are easily able to repair the electric wire. But we do not recommend that you try any such thing in by yourself. Repair people take a lot of precautions such as rubber gloves or insulated material that they use. So we strongly discourage you and say do not perform any such test or experiments on your own at your house or any other place. Now let's see, is there any condition in which the birds can get electric shock as well? The answer is yes, there are conditions in which they can get electric shock as well. For example, if the bird sits wrongly, that is it touches two different wires which are at different potential, then the current will flow across the body of the bird from higher potential wire to the lower potential wire. For example, let's consider this bird. If it spreads its wings and is able to touch two wires, one wire is at, let's say, 800 kilovolt electric potential and the other is at 400 or 0 electric potential, then when the body part which is touching the lower wire which is at lower potential will get less, or the lower electric potential point, and the higher body part which is touching the wire of higher electric potential will get the higher electric potential, and therefore the current will flow from high to low, that is from across one part of the body of the bird to the other part, which will lead to a shock to the bird and the bird may get killed. You might have seen diagrams like this in which they say that birds do not get electric shock because their bodies present a very high resistance to the electric current. This may not be the most accurate explanation because, as is shown in this diagram, the resistance of the bird is infinite or very high, and therefore all the current flows through the electric wire. But if this were to be right, then why do the same body which has the same high resistance not stop the current when bird touches two different wires? When the bird touches two different wires, the current does flow across the body as if there is no resistance or very less resistance, and the bird dies. So the correct explanation is not related to resistance, it is related to the difference in the different parts of the body, different potential in the different parts of the body. If there is a potential difference, the current will flow across the body. If there is no potential difference, the current will not flow across the body of the bird.